Would you just look at all of these beautiful fields with the curves and the detail? Oh, this map is going to be so much fun. Hello and welcome to Ketterick Farms. Today we're taking a look at Edgewater Sask by South Sask Modding and BC Bueller Farms. This is a soon-to-be released mod on the Mod Hub, hopefully. They have submitted it for testing, and they were kind enough to send over an early access copy for me to take a look at, which I am super excited for. I can guarantee you we are definitely going to be playing on this map. So without further ado, let's jump in and take a look. This is a standard size map, and it has some really awesome features that haven't been seen in any other maps to date, as far as I know. If we start off by looking at the PDA, the first thing you're going to notice is we've got some amazingly curvy fields here around the map. And for me personally, that's something that I absolutely love. Lots of irrigation ditches, waterways, ponds, etc. Lots of roadways. And as I said already, this is a standard size map. However, we've got some pretty big field areas on this map. If we take a look, I think the field 6 area here is one of the bigger ones on the field. That's almost 60 acres of field area. I think it probably ends up being a few acres short of that with the waterways and such, but that's a big piece of land, and that's going to be a lot of fun to farm on. We've also got much smaller fields around the map, such as this one, which is only a couple of acres big. And so you're going to be able to find something for your play style on this map. I believe we do have 49 field areas around the map, maybe more. Here's number 52. I think I missed these few up here when I was counting earlier. So it looks like we've got 52 different field areas around the map. And one thing I'll mention, though, with that is some of them are split up. So, for example, our starting area here by our farm, this is considered one field. However, there is a creek that runs all the way through this field, kind of dividing it in half. So you're going to be able to plant 2 different crops on this field without any issues there. If we hop into a vehicle real quick, and then hop into the workers screen, I'm going to be able to show you using Courseplay that you can see that you're going to be able to actually use Courseplay to work on these individual field sections in many cases as well. So from a game mechanic perspective, while these are considered one field, you can do what you want with it, and even Courseplay is going to be able to see that the field pieces have been separated enough that it's going to automatically kind of cordon this part off, and you'll be able to then do these 2 pieces as separate fields if you're going to use something like Courseplay to help you out with your fields. I know I like to use a lot of Courseplay, especially when you're working with bigger fields, but that's not necessarily for everyone. Taking a look at the crop calendar, we do see that we've got a custom geo set up here. So we've got the ability to plant our wheat both in the spring as well as in the fall here after harvest. So I thought that was a nice touch. And then if we scroll down here, you can see we've got additional crop types on this map. We've got flax and then also peas and lentils. I believe the peas and lentils you're going to be harvesting with a normal combine. And the flax, I think we've got the ability to use the new swathing mechanics and also make flax straw bales after you've run it through a pickup head. So we'll cover all of that in just a moment. And speaking of new crop types, this is also one of the first maps to feature full swathing in Farm Sim 22. And so as you can see here, I've got the Swather. This is part of the Swathing pack by BC Bueller that was released earlier on the Mod Hub. And we're going ahead and tackling one of the new crops on the map here. This is flax. And as you can see, we're actually dropping down the flax right here on the ground, which is really exciting to see new mechanics coming to the game. And then from this point, I believe we're going to need to use a pickup head to go ahead and pick this up into the combine. So we'll go ahead and get that set up and show that off real quick here as well. This pickup header pack is going to be getting released at some point to go along with this map and the new functionality that is available here. So we're going to go ahead and just grab a header here. We've got a few different options, different brands, both new and old, and it's been set up here to work with all the different styles of combines. This is one of the things that I love about this pack is you can see the opening here is changing based on the size of the feeder house. So you know you're going to be able to get a header that's going to match up with the combine of your choice. And then at the end here, there are some options where you can get whatever style you want with whatever attacher size you want. So you're going to be able to really customize this and get exactly what you want with it, which I think is really cool. So once we've got the pickup head on here, you can see all we've got to do is start running over this flax, and we're going to be picking it up. Now, what we can do with this, if I'm not mistaken, is I can actually turn on the straw swathing on this, and we are going to put out a flax straw behind us. So we are getting the flax out of this windrow, but we're now dropping behind us a different texture. So if I stop real quick here and hop out, you can see here you've got the flax right here in the windrow, and then if we come back here, you've just got the straw here. So this is some really awesome details and is really something a little bit different than what you've seen on other maps. I've never seen this level of functionality in Farm Sim, at least, and I'm really excited. Similarly, you're going to be able to do some of this kind of stuff with like canola and some of the other crops, where you're going to be able to use this same swathing and pickup head mentality to go through your crops and get them picked up this way. We've got the swather still running over here on Courseplay, handling this field like a champ, and that excites me as somebody who likes to use Courseplay. This is going to let me jump around and do the job that I want to do. And in theory, I could even automate the entire process here. I could get this combine following around on the exact same course as the swather. Oh, this is going to be so much fun. I can't wait to dive into this map and start playing. It's going to bring something that I think Farm Sim has needed for a while, which is just some new gameplay mechanics, some new crop types. For me, I'm really excited about this. And then just to go full circle on this new crop type, you can see here, we are picking up this flax straw with the baler. It's got its own custom fill type here. And if we just take this around the corner here, we should be able to fill up and see the bale. I'm positive this bale is going to have a custom texture to it. You can see the bale starting to come out the back here. And so we've got custom bale textures as well for our flax. If we stop here, I think I can go ahead and empty this. There we go. We've got a custom flax bale. So look at that, looking snazzy. Taking a look at the starting farms here, though, as long as we're here, we do have this farm right here, kind of in the middle of the map. Northeast quadrant of the map is the official starting farm. If you're on new farmer mode, you will start with some decent starting equipment. The map, like I said, the fields are fairly decent sized for starting off. So you've got a 4755, you've got a dry fertilizer spreader, a sprayer, a planter, and you've got a nice big Rostel Mosh here, which I thought was cool to see some larger starting equipment. We've got a Massey Ferguson here. You do start with a seeder, which if you're not familiar, this map is based in Canada, and there are a lot of grains that are on this map. And then on the other side here, we've got a really awesome shop building. I love this shop. Inside, we've got a Max semi-truck here, which was also by BC Bueller. We've got a New Holland combine. Our headers out here on the other side. We've got a high-speed disc out here in the yard as well. And then one of the things I really liked about this shop, and a few other spots around the map, is it's really set up well if you are into some of the more role play side of things. The details in here are nice. You've got a furnace room, utility closet, bathroom. So lots of details on this map. Ooh, there's even a bucket for the tractor hiding back here. Nice. And we've got these nice West Steel bins here. One of the small details that I liked is they're not all the same size. You've got a few of the 4-ring bins here, and then we've got a 5-ring bin sitting next to it. And so, I don't know, it's the small details like this that I always like when you've got a little bit of variety in the farmyard. And then hopping up into an aerial view here, you can see we've got our house there. We've also got another storage shed hiding out here behind some of the shrubbery. And I don't know, we've just got a lot of nice details here around the farm. And this is something that is going to carry through to a lot of the other areas on the map here. So with the new game mechanics and the starting farm out of the way, let's jump into the flight mode here and take a look around at the other farms on the map. If I pop up on the big map here, you can see where we're at with the starting farm and all of our starting equipment here. I think what we're going to do is we're going to fly into the northeast part of the map here, and we'll move around the map and take a look at everything that's available. Starting with this side, you can see there's a lot of great field areas over here on this side of the map, but not a lot of farms up in this part. And then this would be the map border here. You can see there's some nice terrain as we fly around the map. And so this map border right here is really well hidden. I love that there's fields and trees beyond the border. Kind of helps everything blend in and look real nice here. You're not going to be falling off the edge of the map anywhere that I've been able to find so far, which I really appreciate the detail. Coming up here, we've got the first small farm area. We've got 3 small bins and a Quonset hut, and what looks like a little garage slash house, maybe. I don't think you can actually go into that one. And then if we just keep moving, right next to this, we've got another grain farm setup, a nice grain leg area with a large machine shed and another house. And one common theme you're going to see here is there's going to be a lot of grain farms on this map. That is very common to the area. There's just a lot of grain farming that goes on here. If we come up here to the very top of the map, there's another farmhouse that you can actually buy. And if I just come back into the big map for 1 second, you'll notice there's a lot of individual areas that you're going to be able to buy on this map. So I'm kind of showing off the core farms. But they've done a great job of breaking the map up into a lot of bite-sized pieces so you can buy just the fields that you want. And if we just continue on over here, you'll notice we've got a small town up in this corner of the map. There's also one of the sell points is over here on this part of the map. And so it's really well done. Lots of great detail here. Over here, I've got another small farm area that you can buy with a little Quonset building there. Some really small fields. I'm liking the variety here for sure. And if we continue down, kind of paralleling this main highway here, and just looking out at the map as we go, we'll come across our next farm. And I believe this is the only animal farm on the map. So we've got a set of bins, a Quonset hut, and then a very small dairy setup over here. I've gone ahead and purchased a single cow. If we drop down here into the yard, we can see I've got the milk pickup point there. And out here I've got the spots where I can dump my feed and my water. I believe that the feed mechanics have been reworked slightly so that TMR is able to be made with some of the new crops on the map. And then if we come over here to the animal point, you can see that this animal yard is going to hold 120 cows, which actually isn't too bad. Jumping back up into flight mode here, though, we'll continue on into the town in the southwest corner of the map. Again, another decent sized town with sell points available. We also have a functioning train here on this map where you're going to be able to load your materials up into the train here at the train yard. So that's really cool. And as you can see, the train is coming by right now, and this train has been customized to have the Canadian brands and the Canadian Railway branding here on the train. And so it's real nice to see something like this where even the trains are getting customized on the map. I love it. Another awesome feature here, if you're into more of a roleplay style with your maps, this map is maybe going to be a great map for you, as there's a lot of detail in the towns. And again, pointing out, I love the map boundaries here. You can't hardly even tell that you're at the boundary, but for the red X's, which is awesome. We've got some trees and a road in the distance here. I love it. It's looking good. Continuing on our tour, though, we've got the livestock animal purchase area right here in the town here on the south. And then if we move to the south, we've got another small farmyard area, which I believe this is actually a sell point. It's probably the bale sell point, just looking at that dump zone. And then we've got a small campground here on the edge. And continuing through on the south side here, we've got two kind of cool features that you see in a lot of areas. This would be a grain leg setup that you can purchase that's just standalone, not on an actual farm. And then if we continue over here on the other side of the map, we've got something similar with just a handful of bins sitting out here. So you're able to purchase either of these grain setups and use them independent of whatever farm or area on the map that you own, which I thought was pretty cool. Here we've got another farmyard setup with a house and a couple of sheds and a nice big grain leg setup. Continuing up the side of the map here, we've got yet another farm here with a handful of bins and a shed. And so as you can see, there's a number of small farms around on this map that you're going to be able to choose from. And honestly, even if you wanted to play multiplayer, this is a standard size map, so it's not the largest map that you've ever seen. However, if you're looking to do kind of a small to medium equipment setup, this could be a great multiplayer map for you and your friends, and it is going to hopefully be available on console as well. I know that South Sask Modding and BC Bueller have submitted it to the official mod hub, and it's really up to that process and what kind of issues they may or may not run into during that process to determine if this gets to console or not. Like I said, this is an early access look at the map. It's not yet out, but hopefully soon. It has been submitted for testing, and we'll see where it goes. You'll definitely see me playing on this map very soon. I'm looking forward to getting a farm set up and playing around with some of these new crop mechanics. Hopefully you've enjoyed this map tour. If you have, make sure to head on over to South Sask Modding and BC Bueller's social media pages. I'll have them linked in the video description. Drop them a like and let them know how excited you are for this map to come out. That's all for today. Keterk out.